Hello, Happy New Year, everyone. And for the first review of 2023, I would like to present a feature film called Mili, which is a Hindi language independent thriller by Mathukutty Xavier. In this film, we have actress Janvi Kapoor in the lead. Not the most experienced actress, 10 films in, but a remarkable young woman, and so much credit to the performance range that she portrays in just one film. So the story of Mili is this young girl who has a kind of a triangle going on in her life. She's missing a mother. She's got a father to tend to, and he is um, a nicotine addict, and she's trying to get him off cigarettes. And then she's got a boyfriend who is potentially leaving for Delhi for work, and she herself is planning to leave for Canada for to pursue life. Um, while all this is going on, she's working at a junk food shop, and she's coming up to her last shift, and she's trying to be generous with her colleagues, and doing a favor to a colleague. She ends up getting stuck in a freezer, and this film becomes a pursuit, a pursuit for life. Uh, Friends of hers, colleagues of hers, surrounding her while she's not able to get out of this freezer. The story develops as a nail-biting one sequence after another. Inside this freezer, we follow her as she gets colder and colder and colder. We've got little cues to the advancing narrative in terms of the temperature increasingly declining. Several little elements, including a fan blasting cold air inside the room, that evoke tension in us and give her additional challenges. And the increasing cold showing on her skin, changing color rapidly. So you do feel this increasing chill of cold and suspense. Meanwhile, having noticed her disappearance, having no clue of where she might be, you've got her boyfriend, her father, and other people outside pursuing with the police, who are not always being very collaborative, where she might be, what might have happened to her. So you've got this real tense sense of it's getting colder. She's becoming less and less able, while you've got these different circles outside trying to narrow down this case and potentially find where she is. Performances are very strong. Performances are strong both from the lead actors and the supporting characters. Each add some important elements to this narrative. Makeup is amazing. In fact, it's the makeup that really convinces us as an audience about the increasing cold temperature, and therefore the lesser and lesser time that is on this hypothetical clock that we're kind of feeling every second. And I think acting wise, the central performance is strong overall. There are some weaknesses. I think it is to a degree to people's interpretation how one reacts to increasing cold temperatures, but it's also up to nature what we do as a reaction to cold. And not all of those moments were completely believable. Maybe there's a bit too much fluidity in some sequences, and maybe not enough of the chilling goosebump effect in some other sequences. Perhaps at one point in the film, she happens to not be alone in that room, and that sequence is perhaps a little bit too long to sustain the concept or the notion that everyone is in one room at those temperatures. Nevertheless, there are many attempts to give kind of hope to the audience when a moment of turn in the story has not happened. So there's plenty of feed to the audience to keep them engaged in this really, really tense narrative. So it's a really, really, really riveting short film. It's kind of a dream independent film for most filmmakers who start out with low budget horror films. This is, in a sense, a horror film, in a sense, a psychological film, but it's actually a very realistic film, and it's a story that I haven't really come across before. So I was really excited to see it, and I was completely taken by every minute of of the just over 2 hours that it runs. So yeah, if anyone has the time and the availability to watch this film on Netflix, where it has been released kind of late last year, 2022, Mili is a brilliant independent film that it captivates you, and so many strong elements in terms of the sound, the cinematography, that you almost don't notice, that you almost forget, because as an ensemble, whatever little imperfection might have been made doesn't get noticed.